Hello, everyone. I am Ryan the Wine Guy. This is the Wine Review. Tonight, I am going to be reviewing a Spanish red wine. And I will show you all what the bottle looks like. Faustino the First. That's correct. You're seeing it, ladies and gentlemen. A 2001 wine. Faustino the First. This is a Tinto Gran Reserva. I'll read you a little bit about what it says. Came with a little note thing. Tasting notes. Sweet vanilla notes of American oak, plenty of bright cherry fruit, and a fine, delicate palate. Aging. Faustino I Gran Reserva is aged in quality French and American oak barrels for over 26 months, ensuring each bottle you drink is as good as the last. The wine then waits in peaceful repose for at least 3 years in bottle until it reaches perfection. That's the bottle again. 2001 Faustino I Gran Reserva. From Spain, from the Rioja region. 13.5% alcohol by volume. The wine coloring. I really like that it's nice and bold in color. It's a nice, really good red color. You know, I like, especially from Spanish wines, I like really that nice dark coloring to it. This got a rating of 19.25 out of 20 from the magazine Decanter, and it was the wine of the year in 2013. Let's do the nose notes first. Definitely huge oak, huge notes of that oak that they talked about. That vanilla oak, they're really like it stands out instantly. It smells like straight up vanilla. There's cherry on there. I'm getting some cinnamon. And the light leathery nose to it. Wow. Whew. Let me just say that this sip of wine, oh, God, I'm telling you, oh, it is fantastic. It is just, the first thing you notice is the sweet vanilla notes that it says in their tasting notes. You get the sweet vanilla, followed by this like dark cherry with a laid back hint of spice to it. Not a huge bit of spice, but just enough that it lingers on your mouth. But oh wow, it is a nice, smooth, drinkable wine. Got those strong vanilla oak notes, as I said. It is nice and sweet, but not like sweet like candy sweet, but sweet like vanilla sweet, like cream sweet, and dark cherry fruit sweet. It is fantastic. It It has, I do must say though, it does have a short finish, but which usually I don't necessarily enjoy when it comes to wine. I don't necessarily like short finishes. However, just this type of wine, it is, even though it has a short finish, I don't mind because every sip is as good as the last. It is a fantastic wine. No, not as smooth as me. Oh yeah, thank you. You know, I do my best. Um, but yeah, no. As I was saying, it is so good that I don't mind that it has such a short finish because all I want to do is just drink this wine. It is hands down fantastic. It melts in your mouth. You can just like, as it's going down after you drink it, you can just kind of feel it like melt all the way down. It's very, very soothing, very relaxing wine. Um, I don't see any other than the short finish, but as I've said, I don't mind too much because each sip is just as good as the last one, and I'm looking forward to each sip because I know how good it is. Um, I just don't know what else to say. Other than that, there is no flaws to this wine. This is the exact time, if you can find this wine, that you want to drink. It's a 15-year-old wine. Now's the best time to drink it. I just don't know. It could go another few years, but I think now's your best shot. This is a 5 out of 5. Not very many wines get that 5 out of 5. Some of them get 4, some get 4.5. This gets a 5 out of 5. Regarding the thing that it has a short finish, but as I said, that's irrelevant. Now we're talking price. This is not a cheap bottle. You'll be looking at about $40 for this bottle. You might be able to find it down at 35 or even maybe even 30 online. But the fact is, it's not just something you can just easily go to any old liquor store and just, say, hey, I want this. It might be a very select liquor stores, and it might be expensive. It is what we call top shelf wine. It will be probably on the top shelf, if not the shelf at the very next higher up. But definitely a top shelf wine. Hands down, like, I'm lost for words here, really. I mean, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I just can't. I just can't really. Well, you can all tell I'm really excited. There's not very many wines I get this excited over, but this one I am, and particularly because of the age. As I've noted, 2001. It's been one I've been waiting for the past 2 weeks to review, and today was finally the day that I got to review it, and I'm glad I got to review it with you all. It is from the Rioja region of Spain, so remember that when you're looking at the Spanish wine, because Spanish wines they have their own different regions, just like Italy, just like France. You got France Bordeaux, France Burgundies, you got, Italian Chianti. So this is a Spanish Rioja red wine. So it's from the Rioja region. Gran Reserve, or Gran Reserva as they call it. The one thing that is interesting about this bottle, here I'll show you all while I continue talking. You can't see through the bottle, so you will not know how much is left, really. You just kind of have to take it to stride of how much you're drinking and just kind of figure that out from here. I don't quite understand this wiring around it. I never understood why, and you find it a lot in Spanish wines. I never quite really understood why they do that. it's something I'll have to look into and eventually get back to you all if I find another one that kind of has that. So that's what really sticks out to me about that is the bottle. Now, Faustino makes another wine I know called Faustino the Eighth. That's one I'm looking forward to trying here maybe next month. So in the next maybe 4 weeks, maybe 3, but I'm thinking I might want to do that one at the very beginning of next month. So I'll have to compare those two. This one, I believe, has, I'm not sure if all the grapes are involved. I'll have to do some research. But I am pretty sure that this one is a little bit of mixed grapes. And it clearly does show from the oak. As I said earlier, in the aging, it's aged a total of 26 months in oak barrels. I actually can tell you the exact number of that. I think it doesn't actually say. It might be 26, 20 months American, 6 French, but that will be something I'll have to look into as well. It doesn't really say, but the fact that it's just a very, I said sweet earlier. It's not like a sweet wine. It's not considered a sweet wine, but it has sweet notes to it. So don't get that confused with thinking, oh, this is like a sweet red, because it's not a sweet red, but it has the sweet notes on it to give you the vanilla and the cherry. So hands down, 5 out of 5. I'm now just rambling on, which is what I wanted to avoid doing, but I like this wine, and I hope you all can find it. As I said, might be at select liquor stores. You wouldn't just find it at your cut rate store down the street. You may, but I don't think you would. I think you have to go to kind of like a liquor store that has a well-established wine section, and you have to look for this. I don't know how many are left. I think in my liquor store we only have very few, because I know there's other vintages, and I know that there's other Faustinos. So you just have to make sure that you find the first and from 2001 if they have it. If they don't, I'm sure all the other vintages would be good, but this is the 2001 that I'm trying. So, as always, it's been great doing this wine review with you. Coming up, I'm not sure if I said this on my last video, but coming up we've got a couple Australian wines that I'll share with you, a couple Italian wines. I've got another California wine. I actually got 2 California wines. So I've got a strong list coming up here in the remainder of the month. And then next month, of course, I'll do a couple whites. But I'm really excited. And I think next month I'll finally will start pulling out some of the French wines. So that's something to look forward to. But until then, I'm Ryan the Wine Guy. This is the wine review. And I have been reviewing Faustino the First, Gran Reserva 2001. Cheers.